So, you're probably seeing someone else with a tan pop up on your feed saying, just moved to Melbourne, Florida. And you're asking, what the hell is so special about Melbourne? Is it just beaches and boat rides? Or is there more to it? Well, stick around because today we're breaking down the real reasons why people are ditching their zip codes to move to Melbourne, Florida. Let's start with what everyone's wallet cares about, cost of living. And honestly, Melbourne hits the sweet spot. Melbourne's overall cost of living is about 10% lower than Florida's average. And that's a big deal when you're comparing it to places like Miami, West Palm Beach, or even Orlando. Housing is one of the major reasons. Where here, the median home prices hover around $292,000, and rent for a one-bedroom typically ranges between $1,030 to $1,450 per month. And obviously, it depends on location and the amenities. And in case you were wondering, that's significantly less than the Florida average of about $1,650 in bigger cities. Even basic living expenses are pretty chill here. The average monthly grocery cost per person is around $490, and utility bills tend to be on the lower side too, thanks to Florida's lack of heating needs in the winter. So, what does that mean for you? It means more money for beach days, eating out, kayaking, or saving up for that Disney trip. It's a win-win. If you're coming from the Northeast or even from South Florida, it can feel like giving yourself a raise just by changing your zip code. All right, sunshine lovers, this one's for you. Melbourne averages a mind-blowing 234 sunny days per year. That's like inviting vitamin D over 65% of the year. Basically, gloomy winters are nowhere to be found here. Even during rainy season, clouds are the exception though. Most days stay at least partly sunny. If you're done with dull, dreary months, you can permanently retire your rain boots. Now, by comparison, the US averages only 205 sunny days a year. So Melbourne beats the national average by nearly a full month of sunshine. And guess what? 0 inches of snow. And highs in the winter are hitting the low 70s. Talk about mild comfort. And if you want to avoid those grueling winters faster than the bird flies south for the winter, do me a favor. Just go in the description, click on the link, and book a call right now. Also, if you're just needing more info before you're ready to call, I have a free Melbourne Palm Bay buyer's guide, so that way you're making an informed decision for your biggest decision. All right, y'all. Now let's talk about the outdoor lifestyle that's calling so many nature lovers to Melbourne. This place isn't just pretty, it's a nature lover's dream. Trout and redfish in the surf, mangrove snapper, sheephead, you name it. The ecosystems are 10 times as rich and diverse. Fishing in Melbourne is some of the best in the country. Also, the sun does wonders for my mood. And it's not just fishing. You've got kayaking through the mangroves, spotted manatees, and dolphins in Crane Creek. And camping? Check. Manatee Hammock Camping Ground sits right on the Indian River Lagoon with a fishing pier, palm hammocks, even a view of rocket launchers from the Kennedy Space Center. Yep, you can literally roast marshmallows at camp and watch a rocket lift off in the distance. Nature plus space equals nerd heaven. Now let's talk about the Erna Nixon Park nestled in West Melbourne. You wander along a 3,000-foot elevated boardwalk through an old-growth hammock of the live oaks and ferns. Yeah, Spanish moss dripping from the branches. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. There's a nature center with little exhibits, live animal demos, guided tours on weekends, and you can spot gopher tortoises, indigo snakes, and all kinds of native birds while strolling. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. You also get spots like Wickham Park, 309 acres of trails, campgrounds, disc golf, horse trails, and Ballard Park right on the river with the boat ramps and tennis courts. So yeah, between top tier fishing, kayaking wild waterways, campgrounds with rocket launch views, hammock walks, and tons of parks, you got an outdoor life that's always calling. And that's why this place hits differently. Nature isn't just nearby, it's your backyard. Maybe not my backyard, but you get the message. All right, let's talk about something that's very important, and that's schools. Because whether you got kids or you're just thinking long-term resale value, good schools do matter. Melbourne is a part of the Brevard County School District, which consistently ranks amongst Florida's top performing school districts. We're talking A-rated schools, strong STEM programs, and a bunch of magnet and charter schools. The two standout public schools that stand out to me are West Shore Junior Senior High, which is ranked one of the top 5 public schools in Florida. And then you have Quest Elementary, which parents are consistently trying to get their kids into. They've both got high test scores, advanced curriculums, and strong teacher reputations. That's a big deal for families trying to put down roots. And hey, for those who are watching, maybe you're a student yourself or looking to switch careers. Melbourne's also a college town on the rise. You got Florida Institute of Technology, aka Florida Tech, right in the heart of Melbourne. It's a private STEM-focused university that's ranked nationally for engineering and space sciences. Then there's Eastern Florida State College, a great community college option with flexible programs, and even the University of Central Florida Satellite Campus, just up the road in Cocoa. So whether you're just starting out or going back to school, there's something here for everyone. So yeah, people are moving here because Melbourne checks the boxes for quality education, college access, and future forward opportunities. It's one more reason why this city is becoming such a magnet for smart families and savvy relocators. Make sure that's you. All right, let's dive into one of the major reasons everyone moves to Melbourne, and that's the tech and space economy. For those who are unaware, this is Melbourne's Space Coast hustle. This isn't just another beach town. This place is buzzing with big aerospace and tech energy, with big names like L3 Harris, Northrop Grumman, Leonardo DRS, Lockheed Martin, and Embraer. They all have major operations right here in Melbourne. Oh yeah, and the Kennedy Space Center is just up the road. So you may see a launch while you're driving to work, on your lunch break, or when you're off work. You'll learn to just keep your eye to the sky because you don't want to miss it. Here's the kicker. Melbourne's unemployment rate sits around 3 to 4%, and that's well below the national average. For Vard as a whole, their unemployment rate is about 3.7% as of April of 2025. Just to kind of bring a visual to it, in December of 2023, a report showed a rock-steady 3.5% and 15 straight months of job gains, actually. And it's fueled by top-tier talent coming in through local schools. We have Florida Tech, right in Melbourne, plus UCF, and the Florida Space Institute. They all keep a pipeline of aerospace and tech grads flowing in. And don't forget the Kennedy Space Center itself. In 2021, it pumped out nearly $2.9 billion in direct sales and 27,000 statewide jobs, meaning for every 10 KSC jobs, another 12 spin-off gigs were created just across Florida. Its impact also pulls in private players. You have Boeing, Lockheed Martin, SpaceX, Blue Origin, and even startups in robotic, AI, and advanced materials take flight here. So, if you're looking to land a gig in aerospace or tech, whether you're a seasoned engineer or fresh out of school, quite frankly, Melbourne is where it's at. They have career opportunities galore, and it still shows growth. And listen, and if you got that call from your dream job and need to relocate, do me a favor. Don't wait till last minute. Just go to the description, click on the link, and schedule a call right now. Also, if you're just needing more info before you're ready to call, I have a free Palm Bay Melbourne buyer's guide, so that way you're making an informed decision for your biggest decision. Let's talk about the community vibe and culture in Melbourne, especially in the O'Galley Art District. This is where Melbourne really shines with art, local flavor, and events that bring everyone together. The O'Galley Art District started as a small downtown, but over the last couple of decades, it's been totally revamped. The city tapped into Florida's Main Street program to breathe life back into its original galleries, mom and pop shops, restaurants, and even microbreweries, all tucked into just a few walkable blocks. There are actual cool galleries, art studios, leafy parks, and more than 30 murals and sculptures sprinkled around town. This is all part of mural guided tours in the district. So we have downtown Highland Ave. You'll find places like the historic Rosetta House, cozy cafes, and Intercoastal Brewing Company, which hosts weekly trivia nights, run clubs, Sunday yoga, and yes, real craft beer, right in the heart of the O'Galley Art District. So listen to this. We have a Wednesday run club. We have free beer afterwards. Go figure. You have Sunday yoga plus brunch. They've got all the local vibes. Events in the O'Galley Art District happen all the time. On the first Friday of every month, shops and galleries stay open late for the art walk, a chill evening of wine, art, street music, and mingling. In November, the annual Artworks of O'Galley Fine Arts Festival takes Highland Avenue. You have dance, music, crafts, food trucks, and hundreds of artists. And there's even a Rocky Water Brew Fest in the district. You have local breweries, live bands, and community vibes. And the fun doesn't stop there. You got the bigger Melbourne Arts Festival in Wickham Park. Every April, you have 50 to 60,000 visitors and over 100 exhibitors. They all display international art, theater, live performance. It's a fun event to go to. And you can't forget the India Fest in March. It's been running for 28 years, celebrating Indian culture, food, dance, music, and this is all at Wickham Park as well. Plus you have the Oktoberfest, General Aviation Day, holiday parades, basically something cultural happening almost every single month in Wickham Park. So what's the vibe here? It's small town friendly, hugely creative, and totally walkable. Whether you're an artist, foodie, brewer, Yogi, Runner, the O'Galley Art District, and Melbourne are serving exactly what you're into. Trust me, if you're into local art, good times, and meeting neighbors, this is where the vibe is. So you've seen the beaches, the drive growth, but Melbourne's soul lives in these neighborhoods. Let's dive into the real estate value and why your dollar stretches so much further here. Don't go nowhere. Let's talk about real estate values in Melbourne. You definitely get a bang for your buck here. As of May of 2025, the median sale price for homes in Melbourne is hovering around $315,000. And the crazy part is, Zillow estimates the average home value at $366,000. Now, although that's down about 4% from last year, and the funny part is, typical homes in Melbourne cost roughly $348,000, which is just about 3% above the national average, while still being about 3.9% cheaper than the Florida average, which is $362,000. And if you're renting, you'll find average rents around $1,950 to $2,000 per month, which is actually 2 to 4% lower than the US average, and about 6% to 14% cheaper than the typical Florida rents. So the total cost of living in Melbourne is around 4% lower than the national average. And it's even 7.3% less expensive than the average of Florida overall. So treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. So bottom line, buying or renting in Melbourne costs less than many parts of Florida, slightly more or comparable to the US average. But when you add sunshine, beach life, and low property taxes, it's a sweet deal. You just can't deny it. I'm sorry. And also for families, retirees, or digital nomads, that lower cost means more margin in your budget for fun, like boat days, craft breweries, or day trips to Disney. If you feel like you want to take advantage of the reasonable home prices, just do me a favor, go in the description below and click on the link to book a call. And I'm talking right now. Also, if you're just needing more info before you actually call, I have a free Palm Bay Melbourne buyer's guide. So that way you're making an informed decision for your biggest decision. All right, to all of my water lovers, this one's for you. Melbourne has an unbeatable water-based lifestyle. That's why it's named Harbour City. So listen, right in the heart of Melbourne, we've got the Melbourne Harbour Marina, sitting on the Indian River Lagoon. It has around 85 concrete berths, river cruise charters, even trips out to the Bahamas, and offshore fishing excursions. So if you love boating or fishing, this is definitely your home base. Now, when we're talking about fishing, the lagoon is no joke. It's a huge spawning ground. The area is responsible for around $30 million in fisheries revenue each year, feeding half of Florida's East Coast catch. And it's not just boats. You have kayaking and paddleboarding. They're huge here. There's this local small business called 321 Boat. This place lets you rent boards and kayaks for sunset paddles on the lagoon. This is perfect for chill and wellness days. You want saltwater or brackish? Head to Melbourne Beach and the famous Melbourne Beach Pier. It dips right into the Indian River and has been standing since 1889. Talk about a scenic vibe, right? Plus, the Indian River Lagoon spans 156 miles, feeding into 3 linked lagoons. You have the Mosquito Lagoon, the Banana River, and the Indian River itself. It's one of the most biodiverse estuaries in North America, home to over 4,300 plants and animal species. So that means manatees, dolphins, fish, you name it, it doesn't matter. So bottom line, boat, fish, kayak, paddleboard, pier walk, Melbourne's entire DNA is dripping with water scenic living. So it's no surprise this coastal vibe is pulling people in. So there you have it. These are the many reasons why people are literally packing up and moving to Melbourne. You have everything from sunshine, the festivities, and also the water entertainment. Let me know in the comments what reason will draw you into Melbourne. And also, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. And thank you guys for joining. I'll see you in the next video.